boy Dev back again, Brazzer shirt. My nigga Plizzank. Today we're gonna take a listen to the new soundtrack from the Black Panther movie. Now, it was produced by Kendrick Lamar and, you know, the TDE gang, and I know I disrespected it kind of by saying it was Kendrick and Friends, but come on, man. Kendrick is literally on every other track on this album. You know, give credit where credit is due. You know, Kendrick is probably the mastermind behind all of this. Look, I love the concept that they're doing, you know, releasing a black superhero in Black History Month, you know, especially an artist in our generation such as Kendrick to have an influence, you know, have an impact on that. Someone that definitely speaks on social issues and racial injustice in our country. I feel like Kendrick Lamar was the perfect candidate for this soundtrack. Now, I've already listened to 3 tracks on the soundtrack. I listened to Pray For Me, All the Stars, and the one with Future, with the La-Di-Da-Di-Da. Now, out of all those tracks, the SZA track has definitely grown on me. It's stuck with me. I feel like I could play that every day. I feel like that's like the anthem to the album so far. There's only 14 tracks on here, and you know, you have features from Ab Soul, you know, Schoolboy Q, you know, his TDE peers. I feel like, you know, even having Sway Lee, Khalid, 2 Chainz, you know, he has a different variety, you know, giving you different kind of styles from each and every artist. I think it's gonna be a good soundtrack. I don't expect too much, you know, because this is not really a full-fledged Kendrick album, so I do expect them to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, just have fun with it. Nothing too crazy. Let's just enjoy it, and, you know, because it's been a long time coming. So, with that being said, like always, been fucking talking too much. Let's get right into this. We got Black Panther soundtrack, a TDE special. Y'all ready? Alright, track 1 is Black Panther from Mr. Kendrick Lamar himself. Coming in with the intro.
King of my city, king of my country, king of my homeland, king of the filthy, king of the fallen, we living again. King of the shooters, looters, boosters, and ghettos popping. King of the fighters, king of the fathers, king of the belated, king of the answer, king of the problem, king of the forsaken, king of the empathy and resentment, king of remorse, king of my mind, race them with precision. I embrace them with collision. Kings did it, king's vision, Black Panther, King Kendrick, all hail the king. I dropped a million tears. I know several responsibilities put me here. I don't pedal backwards, but I live.
He went back to the flow.
The kingdom like kingdom for kingdom by kingdom for kingdom come when I come. You know why? I am T'Challa.
Alright, man, so my opinions on that first track, I like how he had the transition, you know, in the middle of the track and then went back to it. I looked at the last track on the album, which is Pray For Me, which I already listened to. They had some kind of like King of the Jungle references in there. You know, you can hear the, you know, the Weeknd doing on the outro. So I kind of felt like on this intro right here, it was kind of bringing you into the jungle. Look, cool intro from Kendrick Lamar. I expect nothing less. Whenever you get K-Dot now, man, we expect nothing but greatness, because I feel like he can rap over anything. He can, you know, give you mainstream, you know, commercial stuff, and then he can also get very lyrical and very thoughtful. The next track is my personal favorite, All the Stars. You know, one of my favorites. I feel like SZA was singing her heart out. Honestly, I don't know what she was saying, but, you know, she was preaching. I feel like SZA has a great voice, and Kendrick Lamar, you know, just doing his thing. That's 2 tracks so far that we got from K-Dot. Track 3 is X, featuring Schoolboy Q, 2 Chainz, and Saudi. I do not know who Saudi is. Ooh. Ooh. That's Saudi? Oh, he came in there, you know, he had a little with the vocals, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Party on 10 yet? Party on 10 yet?
10 yet? Hold up. Do you have 10 yet?
Ooh.
Jury on index.
Damn.
I've been stretching up, ain't no catching up. I don't rest enough. I don't plan for luck. I keep working hard. Keep blessing us. I'm on the 10 and I need a 10. Not even Kendrick can handle me. Nigga too rich to go do the least.
Not even Kendrick can handle me. Ooh, you know, a little co-worker shot right there. Like, you my homie, but just know you not my homie. I know, bro. I know this nigga 2 Chainz about to eat this bitch. Don't say they gonna keep the beat like that, cause this. That shit slap. Oh, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back real quick. Hold on. Let's go back to that 2 Chainz transition. Damn. No, my opinions on that track, man. Hey, that might be the best one on here, yo. Like, not even the first half, because I felt like Saudi, I did not know who Saudi was. He came in, he shot me. But then we got to Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q just let us know that he is still here. All right, don't everybody, be talking about Kendrick and whatnot. Nah, don't forget about Schoolboy. Schoolboy is still part of TDE. Schoolboy Q is just that. He like the relaxed, cool nigga of the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't nothing you can really like hate about Schoolboy. It's kind of like his swag. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like an ASAP Rocky thing. I feel like Schoolboy just got that swag that you just be like, man, I'll fuck with you, dog. And 2 Chainz, look. I don't care what y'all say about 2 Chainz. Whatever 2 Chainz usually get on or jumps on, he eats it. I'm talking about like he eats that shit. And the thing that y'all don't understand is about 2 Chainz, he knows what his purpose is in the rap game. He knows what he can do and he knows what he can't do. And when he sticks to his lane, he does a very good job at it. Right here, this track right here, that beat was fit for him. You heard the little drops in the airway. Doom, doom, doom. That shit tough, dog. Alright, man, the next track we got on here is The Ways with Sway Lee and Khalid. The person y'all like called. Look, man, I don't care what y'all say. Look, y'all be calling me a light-skinned Khalid. Come on, man. First of all, look at my hair. Hold on, let me move my Disaronno to the side. Look at my hair, bro. I got some gel in it right now, but my shit curly, alright? Khalid just got, straight nigga hair. You know what I'm saying? I got mixed people hair. It is what it is. Come on, man. Y'all gotta just chill on that. I'm Devi, he Khalid. When I first looked at this track, I was like, hi, Sway Lee and Khalid. That's a very interesting mix right there. I want to know how they gonna jump on this song together. Boy, that boy Khalid be singing, boy. Okay, Sway. Hey, man, I see what K-Dot is doing, yo. He not slick, man. He not slick. He got his footprint on all these tracks. See, he not putting his name in the feature, but he throwing his little ad-libs in there, getting his little cameo in the tracks, letting y'all know, like, hey, look, I'm still K-Dot. Love or lust. See, that track right there, man, sound like it belongs in a love scene in the movie. It also it gives me beach vibes, it sound like one of them beach themes in the middle of the summer that plays. And I feel like if you really listen to it, it kind of has a glimpse of location, kind of the same production style in that track. I think that they're basically, like I said, for that track 10, it fit 2 Chainz. They're kind of do the same thing with Sway Lee and Khalid, because I don't think you could really put Khalid on a rap style or trap style beat. He just wouldn't sound good. It doesn't fit his voice. It's not what he's, that's not the kind of artist he is. But you put him on something like this that's wavy and chill, man, look at you, man. Shit, little brother out there doing his thing, I feel him. Track 5 is Ops. Vince Staples and Weeknd Blackrock.
What y'all want from me? Y'all don't want money. Y'all don't want from me. Y'all want to die in the chase of things.
Love or lust. That's where that come from. That y'all hear it. I know y'all hear it.
Inside a burning church, made it out alive. God know my worth. Raw face, God face. No pity in the city for the sin. They don't want to see me get into the shit. They just want to see me swimming in the dead. Don't drown on ground with it to your head. Step behind my own bars like a seasoned criminal. Gotham City streets are clean the crushing any system out signatures. Colors in my aura tend to cover the perimeter. Broad bodies that the news were.
That track right there reminds me of the Love or Lust. You hear the same beat, that same kind of like drum in there. For me, I'm not really a big fan of Vince Staples. There is some tracks that I do love from him, and then there's a lot of tracks that I really dislike from him. He's not my artist. It's really up and down for me, but this track right here felt like something I would listen to if I was back in like 2010 when I was, 18, 19 years old, going to the rave club and, the techno club and listening to stuff on drugs. Like, this track right there is probably the only track on here I haven't really, connected with. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of y'all probably messed with it, but, for me, that's the one track I didn't like on here. Track 6, I Am, from my baby girl, Georgia Smith. I know. This definitely got to be some vibes, man. I know Georgia. I know my girl Georgia be killing it. Babe. Baby girl, I love you. Yes. Kendrick cameos. We are here for Kendrick cameos. Hashtag Kendrick cameos. We are here for the Kendrick cameo. Kendrick is throwing just a little paprika on the tracks. You know what I'm saying? Just like, let me just come at the end of the song, hit you with a Salt Bay, you know what I'm saying? But Georgia Smith, man, baby girl, man, she is my babe. I don't care what y'all say. I love her. Favorite track from her is that Blue Lights. I listen to that every day. If y'all don't know what Blue Lights is, I put it on my Meamda playlist on one of these videos. I think it was the first playlist I ever did. I appreciate Georgia as an artist. She is, in terms of today, she hasn't blown up, but she's blown up, if that makes any sense. She is very big on YouTube. She has millions of views on each of her songs. She just hasn't been like totally out there, at least on the US side. But you gotta understand, man, there's just talent in everything. A lot of people are really sleeping on most of this music that's out there because they're too busy engaged with the little Yachty's and the little Zans and a little bit of Salt and the little Skies and the little Uzi Verse and a little bit of change in my couch. People are worried about too many littles and not worried about the real artists that we have out here. And that's example right there. I feel like, there's going to be one of the parts in the movie where the main character is given a task, and while it may be the right thing to do, it's wrong in so many ways. So he has to determine in his mind, whether or not he's going to go through with it. And I feel like this track right here will just play in the background kind of, and give you that hurt, that confusion in his head. You'll see through that character through the music. I already say music speaks to you in more ways than one, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Track 7, Paramedic.
Hey, they better call it paramedic in the street. I got leverage in the street. I'm a California nigga and I'm heavy in the street. 22 or 23, I'm heavy with the heat. Hit you with the top, paramedic can't save you. Really, you look good. Come on, bro, I know that ain't you. 28.
That's T. I thought that was T Grizzly for a second. I was about to get hyped. I thought T Grizzly was on this shit. I was about to.
TDE and SOB, we can't lose. Nigga, bitch made, that's just something I can relate to. Turn on the gang, that's just something that I can't do.
Bro, I ain't about that gang shit. I don't even know how to throw it up, but I don't want to throw it up though. I don't know.
Fist in the air, I ain't finna put my hands up.
Well, I'm sweating, bro.
But it come with this shit, I'm okay with it. If your man's to his last year, plate with him. One whole wood to the neck, it's an eighth in it.
Hey, man, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Damn, bro, you know you black when your nose starts sweating, man. Like, that's how you know you black, bro. That track right there, man, it definitely had the best beat. I do say it's the best speaker knocker on here. That's probably one of the top tracks on here. I know a lot of y'all. I know a lot of my subscribers. Look, man, even though I do not see each and one of y'all ever faces and whatnot, I just feel like I know my subscribers, and I feel like my subscribers love that track because my subscribers love that thump. I like slow stuff. My subscribers like thump. I'm not gonna lie, man. That track right there. Who is SOB, man? I got SOB times RBE. I gotta look them up, man, cause you know he kind of sound like T Grizzly. I got a little hype there. T Grizz. I love T Grizzly as an artist. You know he kind of slowed down on his hype, but I feel like this is still his year. You know, probably gonna be an XXL freshman. We'll see if he declines it or not. But, you know, man, I'm here. I'm here for Kendrick cameos. That's all. Kendrick cameos is the best. He don't even need to really say a lot. His little comments and ad-libs here and there are enough to put a track over the top. And that's because he's just good at what he does. Paramedic, thumper of the album. Track 8, Bloody Waters. Anderson .Paak, James Blake, and Ab Soul.
Yes, Lord. Hail Mary's in the sky. False prophets get buried alive. Something's in the water. Hey, my nigga, we lawless. Please move with caution. Who said the fairway? Damn right, I need all this.
That man, Anderson .Paak every day just reminds me of CeeLo Green, man. Every single day.
On my hands, I'ma need hot agua. You gon' meet Jamaica, I won't say it in patois. Hope I strike a nerve like a package of matches. You may wanna bypass it.
When it comes to TDE, and I'm gonna hurt some feelings right here. Ab Soul is the best lyricist in TDE. Facts. We can argue about this. Yes, Ab Soul is the best lyricist. For you illiterate motherfuckers out there that can't comprehend words. He's the best lyricist in TDE. Kendrick is a storyteller. He's not a lyricist.
So what's your game plan if you got one? You aiming at passengers with a shotgun? Whoa. The aftermath is you in the scope. It's warfare.
Aftermath is you inner scope. I told you that bruh. You not touching Ab Soul, bro. If it's a lyrical battle, you not touching Ab, alright?
Before the lights get dark and the curtains get closed, are you playing your role? As told by an organized criminal in general. Get off my genitals, I got your general.
Do some of y'all actually understand what a lyricist is? It's someone that can rap about a topic, but then also give you triple meanings in what they're saying while still sticking to the topic. That's when you get artists like Slim Shady, and you get artists like Ab Soul, you know, Lupe Fiasco. Even some punchline rappers like Fabulous. Fabulous is another artist that's very underrated. Jadakiss. You're not really touching these artists. You know, now when it comes to storytelling, yeah, they might not be able to tell a story, but you know, that's why there's just different kind of artists in the rap game. Some of y'all need to understand what it is. Like, a lot of y'all really get it confused on what an actual lyricist is. Hence why Lupe Fiasco is a better lyricist than Kendrick Lamar. I had to throw that in there.
I never claimed to be a saint at all. On Russian tripping with hollow tips in a Kalashnikov aimed at y'all.
He said with the Russian tips. He's talking about Russian, AK-47, hollow tips.
Clean, rotten, dirty jury would've gave me 30. Herbie love bugging out. Hit the target blindfolded. Electoral college devoted. To hit the score, to write the score. That's not a metaphor. Raging. I don't need you to change yourself.
James Blake done threw me off, man.
But I've got to get away.
Look, I love the Aztec sounds they had in that beat towards the end. I like James Blake's vocals as well. But y'all gotta understand, man, that man Ab Soul, I cannot wait till I actually get to listen to the track again on my own time. You know, like I said, this is a first listen. But what most of y'all gotta understand is when y'all come at me during these videos, some of y'all have actually listened to the album like 15 to 16 times. And that is, I'm not lying, emphasis on 15 to 16 times. And a lot of y'all like to come at my head and give me these lines like you guys are some kind of geniuses, when in reality, I mean, all you did was, you know, have more study time than me. You know, it is a first reaction and review, so I'm just giving my input of what I'm just initially hearing. A lot of y'all like to just act like you guys are geniuses. That's what's crazy to me. Yes, there's a lot of lines that flew through my head in that Ab Soul track, but I'm only gonna listen to it once because that's the point of the video. There is a couple lines I did get, like the Russian hollow tips. AK-47 used hollow tips. And you know, the Soviet Union, aka the Russians, aka, no pun intended, I got bars, yo, don't sleep on me. But yeah, they use AK-47s. So just understand there's a lot of lines that went through my head. If you know, if you're a first listener and you caught it, cool, kudos to you. But if you listen to this 15 times and you try to come at me, trying to make me look stupid because you know you already got a head start on something, kill yourself. That's all I'm saying. But it was a great track, man. Anderson .Paak is the walking soul. I can't wait for the next Anderson .Paak project that we get. James Blake, you are definitely a singer. You ain't on Sanford level, but you are a singer. You up there, and Ab Soul, best lyricist in TDE, hands down. Track 9 is obviously the famous King's Dead. Look, man, I'm not gonna lie. Future's part has grown on me. Man, just play the clip, man.
I haven't made my mind up, should I keep it? I got slap on me now. Pass me some shit. Really in the bar. Chitty daddy da. Chitty bang. Bitch, I'm on the roll and I put that on.
Look, man, I don't care what none of y'all say, man. Y'all can at me. I do not care. Y'all look. It gets catchy after like the 5th listen, and you know after so many people made parodies of that, it just gets funnier and funnier. And then you just gotta listen to it, and then you catch yourself like, la-di-da-di-da, slow on me now. When 3 6 Mafia said it, everybody thought it was a joke too, and then now you look at it now, slop on my knob, like corn on the cob. One of my subscribers did tell me that, watch, everybody's gonna start to catch on. And yeah, you're right. I can't lie. You are right. If you listen to it after a million times, sooner or later, you're all going to be like, damn. Kind of like the same thing with Lil B. Track 10, Zakari, Redemption Interlude. Okay, so Redemption should just be fire. You know, it leads on to the next track, Redemption. Featuring Babes Wodumo. Now, what in the hell is that? Come on, man. Somebody translate that for me, man. I mean, that track right there is probably sound like some African tribal stuff. You know when the Africans do the dance at the wedding? I remember that one video that went viral with the white girl and she had that African husband, and then she started killing the dance. Look, I respect cultures, and you know, even though I've never actually witnessed something like that, I think it's pretty cool. You know, I like the kind of like the dance ritual they do, you know, during weddings, or you know, when they're doing parties and whatnot. I feel like it's cool. Spanish people, they like the salsa and bachata, merengue, and all that stuff. You know, Irish people like to do the thing with the feet up. You know, it's just different kind of dances and cultures that we have. Everybody, you know, expresses themselves in their own way. And that track right there, I can't really say I dislike it. Probably won't be something I replay often, but for the most part, man, the beat is definitely banging. Y'all know I like to throw in a couple bullets when, you know, when they get a little island Afro beat sound. I definitely love to throw in a couple shots. So cool track, cool track. Track 12, Season, Mazi Sahava, or is the J silent, as in Sabah, and Reason. Ooh, this that shatter vibes. You know the bullets, you know the shatter vibes.
I grind with little brother, got high and watch the sunrise. Wiggle on the Memphis one time, they done hug all of my people. I love it, they can bluff you, they can beat you. Paid attorney, we gon' need it. Mama told me they was demons. She ain't never lied on her Jesus. She worked her ass off just to feed us.
You know we off the stove with it, we stove with it. Niggas know we gon' get it. Season change. Dodging cops, fuck around and get locked. You ain't never coming home with it. Look, my nigga, I know all my niggas, we struggle for it. Have to hustle for it, cry puddles for it.
Just like I tell people, man, you hear what these dudes preaching on, you don't know the struggle. I just got done talking about this like a couple weeks ago. We ain't gonna keep going about that. Let's just finish the track.
A couple hood giveaways those days. Thank God for every inch that he gave us. Thank God for everything cause he made us. Like when that car bit the block, hit the homie, but we made it to ER and he saved us. Thinking that he could've died, nigga, we was praying to the sky and his mama cried rivers.
The middle of the track, though, I felt like a good fit in there, at least for me, if he was some kind of still relevant, would have been Wale. Don't y'all feel like Wale would have been a great feature on that track? Because Wale is all about, you know, the African roots and whatnot. You know, he is all about his culture. I feel like that would have been a perfect fit for him because it kind of did actually sound like him. I like what Kendrick did. You know, he brought, you know, we didn't get a Kendrick cameo in here, but he did bring in, you know, actual artists that have those roots tied. So I like what he did, that, you know, culture appreciation, letting some real bros speak on their experiences and how they came up, because, you know, like I said, life is tough. Some of these people like to speak on stuff they really don't know of. Like these guys right here were speaking from their experiences and, you know, their trials and tribulations and what they actually have gone through in their life to get to where they're at now. You know, and it speaks through their music. Look, if y'all need to really listen to some soul, listen to that track again, man. Track 13, Big Shot, featuring Kendrick Lamar and Travis Kardashian. Is that a flute, bitch? That's a piccolo.
Big shot. Peanut butter inside. Outside. Cocaine white body look like Gentiles.
He had to switch the vibe up, you know, like let's get hyped again.
Why you emotional? Why you emotional? Bitch, you emotional, yeah. Served up work for a kung fu. Kitty got juice, got work, got weight, got plenty, got them, got hurt, got more, got bitchy, yeah. Rim so big, got my headers on the road.
Boy, they got Zelda on the beat, boy.
Got my life on the mission, cause they been a vision. Running through this world like I'm Moses off the book.
I don't mind too much auto-tune from Travis Scott, but I do like when he keeps it very subtle and just like to use kind of his normal voice, man, because I be getting hyped just off of that. I love the way this man Travis Scott be rapping.
I can't breathe. Walk around over for leave. Out in the street. She was thinking make it sweet. Big shots. Fuck it, Janelle, like I'm Steve.
It's lit! And y'all already know how I feel about these like Zelda flute piccolo recorder, you know, whatever y'all want to call it. I love that sound, man. You know, it reminds me of my old days, you know, playing those games, being in Water Temple and Rural Valley. You know, it just gives me a little nostalgia. And it's also probably one of the best wind instruments, to me at least, next to saxophone. So I like that track right there. Kendrick Lamar and Travis Scott are always a great 1-2 punch. Congrats on Travis Scott having a baby with, you know, what's her name? I feel like we can finally get, you know, Travis Scott back. You know, he's been through a lot. That's why we haven't got the album yet. So big ups to him. And Kendrick Lamar, man, just doing his thing. There's just nothing that this man can't do. I definitely love that track, though. Probably one of my favorites next to 10 or X. And the last track is Pray For Me featuring The Weeknd. I thought that was the worst of the 3 features that pre-released. I didn't really like it towards, you know, even after listening to it multiple times. I like Kendrick Lamar's part. The Weeknd's part at the beginning and the chorus really didn't do nothing for me. I like the way he ended it. He did his thing, started singing, hit the. But my opinions on the album, man. Look, it was definitely a fun listen to. Didn't really expect too much from it because it was a soundtrack album. I wasn't gonna be too critical on Kendrick Lamar because I knew that he was having fun with it. And as you can see, even when he's having fun, he's a great artist. He still make great music even when he's playing around. It goes to show you how creative his mindset is. I like Kendrick cameos. I love what he did. Like I said, he sprinkled a little bit of his ad-libs in the track and then put it over the top. You know, my favorite tracks on here being Seasons, Big Shot, 10X. The intro is also pretty well put together. I also like the track with Ab Soul and Anderson .Paak. I like when we have a whole bunch of black artists, you know, coming together on this project because they knew, you know, the kind of impact this movie was gonna have on the world, especially in the times that we live in nowadays. A lot of racial injustice that goes on in today's world that a lot of people like to overlook. You know, having a black superhero right now, this movie is more than a movie. I'm trying to tell y'all. You know, it was released in Black History Month for a reason, and it's a reason why, you know, it had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes until that one guy said there wasn't enough action in the movie. Idiot. I like that TDE took over, K-Dot himself as well, and probably being one of the top rappers of this era. You know, his voice is gonna resonate through a lot of young people, even through people that don't want to hear. A lot of people get mad that don't want to hear Kendrick Lamar. They are hella mad when Kendrick Lamar comes out, you know, in the Grammys performing or on a big stage, even now in movies and whatnot. So I think they definitely got their message across. I like the whole concept around Black Panther. I think they did a great job with that. Khalid, Sway Lee, 2 Chainz, Ab Soul, Schoolboy Q, even having those different African artists on here as well. I dig that. You know, Weeknd, big name artists on here is gonna get plays. And that's what Kendrick Lamar was doing. This is probably so far one of the best albums that we had this year, and it was a part of a movie. Like, that's the crazy part. So I'm hoping that this isn't Kendrick Lamar's project for the year. I'm hoping he actually releases an album for the year, because it would be very disappointing if this is all he has to show for us this year. But we should expect Schoolboy Q. I think Ab Soul has another one coming out this year as well. Also, J-Rock is also probably going to release something this year. So I'm looking forward to what TDE Powerhouse is doing with us. X is my favorite track on here. I decided, yes, X is my favorite track. I love the vibe. I love the switch up at the end with 2 Chainz, and that chorus is very catchy from Kendrick Lamar. I think a lot of people are gonna be repeating that. Let me know what y'all favorite track is in the comments down below. Let me know what y'all think of this soundtrack. Let me know if this is one of y'all like favorite listens of the year so far. I think Kendrick Lamar did a great job. I'm not doubting him. Sometimes we just need to have fun. So I am not disappointed. I'm glad. I already said it was gonna be a Negro spiritual. We black people are gonna love this. We're gonna probably play it in our cars for the next 2 months. Black Panther is here to stay. Black superheroes unite, and Black power, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Don't forget, follow me on social media. Let me know what y'all want to hear. Until the next time, this has been your boy Dev. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, share, and until the next time, we out.